So we have been seeing very carefully. Sarva-dharmān means sarva-karman. So when we say sarva-karman, sarva punya-pāpa-karman. But unfortunately, we cannot give up karma. As long as there is deham and deha-abhimanam, and as long as there is deha-abhimanam, ahaṃkara. So that means Lord Krishna very carefully highlights that sarva-dharmān parityajya means the one who is able to give up or renouncing, giving up the abhimana, attachment towards body-mind complex. Next question comes, how to renounce or grow or get rid of this attachment? Only jiva surupa jnanena. Only when I know myself, then only I will be able to appreciate myself. If I don't know myself, I will be attached to different roles, different aspects of me. That's why those people are arrogant, those who do not know themselves. From ignorance plus something becomes arrogance. Self-ignorance leads to arrogance. That's why vidya dadati vinayam iti. The knowledge gives you humility. And here Lord Krishna highlights the first verse itself is jnanam. So this each verse has got 4 quarters. Dharma kshetre, Kuru kshetre, first, like if you remember. Sarva-dharmān parityajya is first. Then ekaṃ śaraṇaṃ vraja is another. So this first line and 2 quarters stands for jnana, and next 2 lines stands for jnana phala. In the first quarter, he highlights technically tvāṃ pada. So what is tvāṃ pada? Tvāṃ pada vichara. So tvāṃ pada vichara means knowing or analyzing the individuality. Jivatma swarupa jnana. Only when I have the knowledge of me, then only I will be able to keep myself away from body-mind complex identification. Or else it is not possible. And interestingly, next line comes, up to this we have seen. Sarva-dharmān parityajya, mām ekaṃ śaraṇaṃ vraja. So when it says mām ekaṃ śaraṇaṃ vraja, so this line highlights Paramatma Swarupa Jnana. Tad padartha ityartha. So first one is tvāṃ padartha, second one is tad padartha. And this Jivatma Paramatma Aikya Bodha is moksha. So the Jivatma, I hope you understand all these words, technical words, or else you say, Swamiji, what are you are talking too many Sanskrit today? So, Jivatma, Paramatma, Aikya Bodha means both are one and same. That knowledge is moksha. Now, when we look at this, the point that he highlights, Mam śaraṇaṃ vraja. And that too, Mam ekaṃ śaraṇaṃ vraja, which is very confusing. That is how many people take it differently. Sorry, today is becoming worse. So that means Lord Krishna says only you have to take surrender, me alone, Mam ekaṃ, not anybody else. But we have to be very careful in this aspect, and of course, people when look at this sarana, or what we call as saranagati, people think just do some namaskaram, or do some kirtanam, do some seva, little bit here and there. That is called saranagati. But in reality, saranagati means jnana. So in this regard, Lord Krishna highlights, look, you have to surrender not me as son of Vasudeva, but to Arupa. We have discussed, okay? So Arupa Ishvara. And this, why this is to be looked at? Adi Shankaracharya comes forward to help in this regard because he goes a little bit more in this regard. Because when you travel from Ekarupa to Anekarupa or Vividharupa or Vishwarupa, then from there you go to Arupa. Now, when this travel happens, Sharanagati is Jnanam. Through Jnanam, all these things happens. And of course, because of Jnanam, you can externally bend down at any moment. Like we have another word called Susrusa. Susrusa, general translation of Susrusa is service. To serve someone is called Susrusa. But the real meaning of Susrusa is Srotum Ichha. Desire to listen. Yes, in order to listen to, you have to serve. But many people serve to teach or to talk, okay? And especially, I'm joke apart, okay? This is a joke. Especially ladies, okay? So in the beginning, they are very nice, kind. I'm talking those days, okay? Nowadays, it's all the way around. If you ask girls those days, what is your name? It takes 10 minutes to hear her voice. And after marriage, oh, very nice. Every new broom sweeps well. So, like recently, somebody joined a new company and said, Swamiji, so my new office is doing very well. I said, new office or new wife? Swamiji, I wanted to say that, but I kept quiet. Anyway. And then through the serving the family, day by day, the lady's voice increases. And once they become elder, poor man has to keep quiet. Cannot say. In the earlier stages, man talks. Later on, what happens? Woman talks, decides finally. Look at the best example is our Elio here, the best experienced person. So, hope Elia you understood, okay? I am aiming at you today. And of course, Ajit next. And all these young guys, I don't want to talk, okay? This is joke. Joke apart. Susrusa is being translated as service. But the real meaning of Susrusa is desire to listen to. So also this śaraṇagati. And here he says, look, you need to develop this śaraṇagati. Why? Mām ekaṃ śaraṇaṃ. Because Paramatma alone is ultimate refuge. Because if you go to any Vishesha Rupa, if you surrender to any Vishesha Rupa Ishvara, Eka Rupa Ishvara, you know, Ishtadevata, Aneka Rupa or Vishwarupa. So in between comes Vishesha Rupa. Suppose I am a Vishnu devotee, Shiva devotee, even though it comes under Eka Rupa, but I am putting it special category, little bit deviation I am making it. Vishesha Rupa. Now when you surrender to Vishnu, where you will go? You will go to Vishnu Loka. If you worship Shiva, you will go to Kailasa, not Kailasa, okay? So now there is another one is called Kailasa. So you will go to Kailas. If Brahmaji, Brahmaloka. Indra, Indraloka. Loka means a field, a place. Now being a place, is it limited or not? So that means if you are surrendering to any deity, any given Ishvara, definitely what happens? You will go to that loka, but that is limited. Anything is limited will be destroyed in time or not? And samsara is a limitation. So how do you survive? That's why here it's being highlighted. Here you need to surrender to Paramatma, Ishvara, that which is limitless, Sakshi Swarupam Ityartha. So that means when you this thing, that's why Paramatma Jnanam should be there. Then understanding Paramatma and Jivatma are one and same. When the teaching says Tattvamasi, I understand ahaṃ Brahmasmi. Not Tattvamasi, okay? How? When discussing this first line, now in second line, Lord Krishna wants to highlight Ishvara is not only Jnanadata, also Karma Phala Data. These two lines you have to be very careful. Ishvara is not only Jnanadata, giver of knowledge, also giver of result of action. So what is that he says? He says, ahaṃ tvāṃ sarva-pāpebhyo mokṣayiṣyāmi. That means ahaṃ tvāṃ mokṣayiṣyāmi. And when I give this, that means I knowledge. And what sort of phalam you get? So what is the jnana phalam here? So jnana phalam is sarva-pāpebhyo mokṣayiṣyāmi. So that means I will be able to, or I will, not shall, I am using the word will. I will release you from all pāpam. Now when we talk about pāpam, of course it will come under three categories of pāpam: sanchita, agami and prarabdha. And interestingly, this is called Vedanta. It is not only I release you from only pāpam, also will release you from punyam. Because you will be released from both pāpam and punyam. Hey, both bad and good. No, Swamiji, I don't want good things to go away. Hey, that's the problem. It's like, somebody is chained in iron, somebody is chained through this gold. Hey, both are chained. You understand? It's like, it's a very nicely they say, because common person goes to the jail and politician goes to the jail. So there is a difference. So people think that way. It's not like this here, okay? Here is being said, if you have a punyam, because of a punyam, again you have to be born. Then punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam, punarapi janani jathare sayanam. Again it will keep continuing. That's why both punyam and pāpam has to drop. That is how the teaching does. And Lord Krishna promises, this is the jnana phalam. I am karma phaladata. Don't worry. Not only I am jnanadata, being karma phaladata, I assure you. So what is the assurance? The assurance is this, that you will be released from both your pāpam and punyam. If you say, no, oh God, only I am interested in, punyam, take away my pāpam. No, it's not going to work. Because knowledge has to take care of this. And moreover, when you look at this śaraṇagati, because very carefully, Lord Krishna's statement is being analyzed by Adi Shankaracharya in his commentary. Says that there is no other means, there is no other path than jnana for moksha. Moksha cannot happen. You cannot say, hey, jnana yoga is one of the paths. There are 4 paths. You know the story, okay? So for the intellectuals, Raja Yoga, not Jnana Yoga, Raja Yoga. And there is a group. Do you know, they brainwash people in the name of Raja Yoga, in the name of Dhyana. What they do it, and the worst part is 11:55, the clock is stuck. We have a very big group in India, you cannot think of. So 11:55 is stuck, I don't know how, never moves, okay? So 5 minutes if that moves, in my childhood I had seen that, okay? Till now also it is there. Same 11:55 in their centers. However, let's not get into. So this Jnana Yoga, Raja Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, all these yogas, okay? All are path, it is only one path. In fact, that is the path, which already have been talked in Upanishads differently. Tam eva idvan amruta iha bhavati na anya pantha ayanaya vidyate iti. There are different statements like this we'll get. Adi Shankaracharya quotes few of them to show that Sharanagati is nothing but jnana. And when a person looks at this Sharanagati as jnana, no, I am not that sort of type person. Please let me know, is there any other way? I remember one of the Acharya very nicely was saying, I think this somewhere I have not come across the text yet. Or somewhere I saw, I completely out of my mind. Yes, there is a method, you can get moksha without jnana. And how is it possible? Yes. If you can roll the sky as a carpet, fold it and keep it in one place, then you will get moksha. So there is a possibility, don't worry, okay? So now look at the sky as a carpet, go to one end of the carpet, start rolling it, okay? And keep it in one corner. The moment you keep in one corner, definitely you will get the knowledge. So that means it is an impossible task. So also, without knowledge, nothing can happen. That's why this teaching started. Asocanyanya sochastam pragyavadanscha bhasase gatasum agatasuscha na anusochanti pandita. Chapter 2, verse number 11. That was the first line of teaching. Because when this is the situation, we need to see this Sharanagati. As people talk bhakti, definitely we have different types of bhaktis. Whether you are arti or tharthi, jigyasu or jnani. Only ananya bhakti. What is anya? Ananya. There is no other thing exist. There is no Paramatma, there is no Jivatma. Both Paramatma and Jivatma are one and same. Me and Ishvara, one and same. And that is called Aikya Jnana. So that means you can say sarva-dharmān parityajya, being the Jnana Yoga first portion called tvāṃ vichara. Ekaṃ śaraṇaṃ vraja, that means tatpada vichara. Then aikyam, then what is the result? Result is the person is free from everything, both punyam and pāpam. So, O Arjuna, teaching is completed. I think I also should, complete, and we can see few verses just like that, because these are nothing to talk. But next verse we can read so that we can take it quickly. In another 1 or 2 days we can complete the text. Idam te na tapaskaya न भक्त्या कदाचन न च शुश्रूषवे वाच्यं न च मां योऽभ्यसूयति. So Lord Krishna highlights, look, this teaching, idam te na kadachana bachyam atapaskaya. So that means idam te, this teaching not to be given. Now you can bring it, or later on we can bring it. Idam te, okay, this teaching given to you now. Idam te tava. Now I am tubhyam te. I am giving to you this teaching. So this teaching given to you, remember, na kadachana, should never be given. And what he says, bachyam never to be told, never to be given. Atapaskaya. So atapaskaya means the one who does not have austerity. So without austerity, if a person approaches, never give this knowledge, means without discipline. We'll see in details. Then says next one is abhaktaya, na abhaktaya, nor the one who is not a devotee. Nacha asrushave, nor to the one who is not desirous to hear, who is not interested to listen to, but just time pass or some other reason, not to be imparted this knowledge. Nacha yaha abhyasuyanti, nor the one who criticizes, and he uses this word me Ishvara ityartha. Now when this thing Lord Krishna says, quickly we'll see this verse and stop it. Lord Krishna again wants to summarize, a look, sadhana chatushtaya sampanna adhikarina. So if you want to have knowledge, you have to have sadhana chatushtaya with you. But he wants to present it a different way towards the end. Means again go back to sadhana, don't worry. So that it becomes easier for me to start next text. Or else if you are enlightened, so there is no class, okay? Chapter is over. Then next thing is you will start teaching me, okay? Swamiji, you do mistake, you do this. In my right time you are not with me. In my wrong time you are not with me. How does it matter to me whether it is your right time or wrong time? So tapas means the religious discipline. Shrama dama adi satka sampatti. And second qualification, bhakti. So when we say bhakti, we have this bhakti, devotion towards Guru and Ishvara, both. Yatha devo tatha guru. We have beautiful concept. So that means the second qualification, when we look at now the Shraddha, then of course this third qualification he talks Shushrusha. Sushrusha means serving, also desire to listen to. That means looking at Shastra as a pramana. Because if you don't have this desire to listen, the next one is a very painful one called anasuya. So anasuya means the one who is not having a critical mind, the one who is not jealous. So instead of going for jealousy, I would like to say non-critical mind. Because if you observe, a critical mind is a dangerous mind. Just look at your life. Whenever you put yourself in danger, not because of anybody, not because of situation, not because of any other's fault, but because of your critical approach. And this critical approach develops because of critical mind. And here, a critical mind cannot tolerate anybody. Just see this point. A critical mind cannot tolerate anybody. I am the boss. If I am not boss, I am not there. Because I want to be the best. Yes, you can be best, nothing wrong in it. But as you are best, others are also best. No, other must support to my best. So these are the called critical. This I call critical mind is a parasite mind. In fact, those who have critical mind, they are parasite to the society. Somewhere or other, they don't contribute anything to the society. Just look at yourself. Whenever you are critical, or whenever you entertain your critical mind, that's a better word, okay? To be, soft. Whenever you have entertained your critical mind, have you ever contributed anything to the society at that moment? Definitely not. And when you don't contribute, you become a parasite. So a critical mind is basically a parasite mind. A critical person is basically a parasite to the society. That's why this is one of the most important sadhana, or you can say becomes characteristics later on of a jnani person, sadhana of a jigyasu. That how not to entertain my critical mind. And of course, these four qualifications have been talked in very nice way. I think already time is up. We'll see more of it. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.